How did life begin on Earth? This is one of the most fascinating questions in science because it connects chemistry, biology, geology, and even astronomy. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago, and for its first few hundred million years it was a harsh place. Volcanoes erupted constantly, asteroids crashed into the surface, and the planet was extremely hot. Yet within about a billion years, simple life had already appeared. Scientists believe that life did not begin suddenly as complex plants or animals, but slowly, step by step, from simple chemical processes. Early Earth had a very different atmosphere from today. It contained gases like methane, ammonia, hydrogen, water vapor, and carbon dioxide, but very little oxygen. Energy from lightning, volcanic heat, ultraviolet radiation from the sun, and deep-sea hydrothermal vents provided the power needed to drive chemical reactions. In 1953, the famous Miller-Urey experiment showed that when simple gases similar to early Earth's atmosphere were exposed to electrical sparks, they could form amino acids, the basic building blocks of proteins. This experiment suggested that the raw materials for life could form naturally under the right conditions. Over time, these simple organic molecules may have collected in Earth's ocean, sometimes called the primordial soup. In this environment, molecules could interact, combine, and become more complex. Lipids, for example, can naturally form tiny bubbles called vesicles when placed in water. These vesicles are important because they resemble primitive cell membranes, creating a boundary that separates an inside from the outside. Such boundaries are essential for life as they allow chemical reactions to occur in a controlled space. Another key piece of the puzzle is how information was stored and copied. Today, DNA carries genetic information, but many scientists think that before DNA existed, life may have relied on RNA. This idea is known as the RNA world hypothesis. RNA can store genetic information like DNA, but it can also act as a catalyst, helping chemical reactions occur similar to proteins. If self-replicating RNA molecules arose by chance, they could make copies of themselves, and small variations would lead to natural selection at a molecular level. Molecules that copied themselves more efficiently would become more common. Life may also have begun in the deep ocean near hydrothermal vents. These vents release hot mineral-rich water and create strong chemical gradients. Such environments provide both energy and complex chemistry, making them excellent candidates for the birthplace of life. Some of the oldest forms of life on Earth, simple bacteria and archaea, still live in extreme environments today, suggesting that early life was adapted to harsh conditions. The earliest life forms were likely simple single-celled organisms called prokaryotes. They did not need oxygen and used chemical reactions to obtain energy. Over millions of years, some organisms evolved the ability to use sunlight to make food through photosynthesis. This process slowly released oxygen into the atmosphere, leading to the Great Oxygenation Event. Oxygen allowed for more efficient energy production and eventually made complex multicellular life possible. Even today, scientists do not have a single complete answer to how life began. Instead, they have strong clues supported by experiments, observations, and comparisons with life in extreme environments. What makes this question even more exciting is that the same processes that may have started life on Earth could occur elsewhere in the universe. If life can arise from chemistry under the right conditions, then Earth may not be unique. Understanding how life began helps us understand our own origins and our place in the cosmos. It shows that life is deeply connected to the laws of nature and the history of our planet. The story of life's beginning is not just about the past, it guides the search for life beyond Earth and reminds us how precious and rare living systems may be. If you found this explanation interesting and easy to understand, like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more simple science stories that explain the universe, life, and everything in between.